I'll remember it. Love it. Okay, sounds good. All right. Absolutely. You too. Bye-bye. That's how you talk to people on the phone, which leads me to God. Okay, so let's just start this over. Hey there, and welcome back to the channel about all things real estate photography. I feel like there's a lot of confusion and mismatched information online, specifically YouTube, about what will truly help you succeed in your real estate photography business. Some people that are just getting into it think that photography is the only way to make money, or that they have to shoot flash ambient or edit their own photos, and that just isn't true. The reason why I started this channel and share the information that I do is because while I personally learned everything on YouTube as well, I realized a couple years into it that the things that are being taught on here just isn't always the best advice. You don't know if what you're learning is the correct thing to be learning at any given time, or if it's even the right advice at all. Anyone can learn how to take photos, anyone can learn how to do a listing video, but I don't know of anyone else who's talking about the minute details of how to run a real estate photography business successfully. That's the keyword, successfully. Anybody can be a broke photographer. Not everyone can run a real business. So how do we do that? We, as real estate photography business owners, only get paid to shoot materials and deliver those materials. So whatever you do in between is entirely up to you, whether you shoot flash or HDR, whether you use a gimbal or a slider for your listing videos, whether you edit your own photos or work with a third-party editor, there's no set in stone correct way to do any given thing. That being said, there are things that you can do that will not only set you apart from your competition, but also help you succeed in the long term in your business. In my business, I personally prioritize speed and efficiency at every single turn. This doesn't mean that I cut corners, but it does mean that if I think something's a waste of time, even if it gets me a 5% better result, I won't do it if I can't charge more for it. There are other real estate photographers in my area that have nicer photos than I do, but the rest of their materials are subpar. There's a guy who makes really good listing videos, but his images are, in his own clients' words that have come to me, horrendous. There's a guy that has the $3,000 Matterport camera, so his virtual tours are super high quality, but he doesn't do anything other than virtual tours, so he's not that busy. There are three main things that set me apart from all the other options in my area, and these are things that you can implement in your business immediately to set yourself up for success over the long term. I don't know about you, but I don't want to invest a few $1,000s in camera equipment if I'm only going to do this for a short amount of time and not make very much money while I'm doing it. So you have to be strategic about what you're going to do to be as consistent as possible in your business so your clients can always know what to expect when working with you. Number one, my customer service is unmatched. Right, you might have thought I was going to say something like my listing videos have the best quality or my drone is the most expensive. No, none of that really matters. Sure, gear plays a part in the materials you're able to create for your clients, and good quality is important, but it's not nearly as important as being easy to work with and accommodating to your clients. Before my real estate business, I was a horrible employee and worked so many different jobs just trying to find where I fit in. Turns out I fit in as a business owner. I was a server at a bunch of different restaurants. I worked a bunch of different retail jobs at places like Target for $8 an hour, Toys R Us for $7.25, REI for $9 an hour, you name it, I did it. I did construction, I did landscaping, I was in the car business, I've done it all. And the most important thing that I've taken from each one of those jobs is how to talk to people and make them feel listened to and understood. Realtors are a super picky bunch of people, and the real estate industry carries a lot of money behind it. So there's a certain expectation of how you should act when dealing with transactions where there's a lot of money on the line. And especially if you work with me and learn how to command higher prices in your big bundles, there's an extra level of expectation of professionalism that comes inherent alongside these higher prices. If you act immature, you probably won't get too far. Now, that doesn't mean you should be a simp and let your clients walk all over you. It's important to create and stick to your policies, but understanding when the right time is to make an exception or be lenient while still maintaining good relationships is absolutely going to help you over the long term. You might not have the best quality to price ratio in your area, but if you're easy to work with, I promise you that you'll get way more clients and keep them over the long term. Photographers are, for some reason, usually really uppity, snobby people, and nobody wants to work with someone who's extremely arrogant. Always remember that you're here to provide a service to your clients, and without your clients, you wouldn't have a business. So be thankful, be respectful, be professional in your communications, and be helpful at every corner, and you will be successful even if you just do this. And number two, I'm a full service real estate media provider. I may not be the absolute best at everything that I do, but I am proficient in all the services that I provide. If you don't intend to do what you do as well as you can, then don't offer a specific service if you don't think you can do it that well. Like I talked about in the beginning of this video, there are other single service providers in my area that have better photos, better videos, better virtual tours, better gear than I do. But because I'm the only one that offers everything at a more than acceptable result, I win the clients. Realtors are busy people, and most of them don't have the time, patience, or desire to contact 5 different service providers for all their listings. Us real estate media professionals are typically the last people these realtors call before putting these listings up on the market. So they're in a hurry. If they can just make one phone call and know that everything's going to be done and done really well with little to no effort on their part, then that's what they're going to do. So no, you don't have to have 10 out of 10 photography quality. Your listing videos don't have to be perfect. You can use a $450 virtual tour camera. You can use your cell phone for listings. You don't have to have a $3,000 drone. But if you can do all the services and do them all well enough, and you pair it with excellent customer service and do them both consistently, then you will be successful. Number 3, and finally, the third main thing that sets me apart from my competition that you can implement in your business is similar to number 1, but just a tad different. That's learning how to be professional and talk to people. Good communication skills are extremely underrated, and the vast majority of the population don't understand how to be professional on the phone. They don't understand how to come across as a professional over email. They don't understand etiquette. They don't know the psychology of how to diffuse potentially difficult client situations and still make everybody happy. They don't know how to effectively communicate. Good communication is just a skill. You can absolutely learn it over time with a little bit of effort. Just like how public speaking is something that almost everyone is afraid of, but it's just a skill that can be learned and honed in on over time, interpersonal communication skills can absolutely be learned. And that's one of the biggest things that I teach my students in my coaching program is how to have effective communication skills. And while there are more things that are important to do in your real estate photography business to have success over the long term as well, if you just focus a little bit more on customer service skills, being a full suite provider of services, and learning how to effectively communicate and be a professional, then people will see you as having much higher value and want to work with you. Because on the flip side, let's say if you have poor customer service and your clients frequently feel disrespected or not listened to, or like you don't care about them or don't, care about what they want, you won't have a business for very long. And if you aren't a full suite provider, then you'll lose out to the person who is. And while you may have some business, you won't have as much as you'd probably like, and you won't be able to do this full time. And if you have poor communication skills, then even if your customer service is great and you're a full suite provider, you're more likely to blow up your business just because of how awful you are at professionalism in your phone skills, email skills, and one-on-one situations, and people will avoid working with you. It's just the way it works. So that's my spiel. This is the kind of stuff I teach my students in my coaching program, and there are far more of you signing up for the coaching program than I originally expected this quickly in my YouTube channel. So I only have a few more slots left for this quarter, and I probably won't be accepting new students until around June, most likely. So if you're wanting to work with someone one-on-one to help you start, build, run, and scale your real estate photography business, or maybe you already have a business, but you need help learning how to make it, more successful, you're earning more money in it, all that stuff, just click the link below to fill out the coaching application and set up a call with me. Even if you don't end up signing up, I'll still have some free wisdom and advice for you, so it'll be well worth your time. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Excellent. I love it. So when's the property supposed to be ready? Okay. Yeah, I know how that goes. Do you know how many square feet the property is by any chance? Okay. Can you give me the address again, please? 219. I'm here in Marina too, so that's local to me. Very nice. Oh yeah, that's like almost just around the corner from me. Very nice. Okay, yeah, so 900 square feet, so it's a small thing. Cool. Okay. It says 876 on Zillow. Tiny. Yeah, so these types of things, yeah, as soon as it's ready, just shoot me a text, shoot me a call, whatever, and I can fit you in, really at a moment's notice is totally fine with me. Yeah. You never know. Yeah, keep me in the loop. Really, ideally, it'll be a couple days notice if you can, but if it's like, hey, can we do it tomorrow, then yeah, just keep me in the loop. Totally fine. All right, thank you. Good to hear from you. And what was your name again? Rita. I'll remember it. Love it. Okay, sounds good. All right. Absolutely. You too. Bye-bye. That's how you talk to people on the phone, which leads me to God. Okay, so let's just start this over.